Yeah, we
Welcome.
freestyling for sure.
Oh,
My
okay.
Mm-hmm.
bad.
Cool, 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 cool. Welcome back to another episode of Everyday Epiphanies podcast where we sit up here and yap about a variety of miscellaneous topics. And in this topic, man, we're going to teach all you dirty, dirty casuals. No, I'm just playing. I'm not talking about y'all today. But we are going to show y'all how to be number one and remain number one.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're gonna
Might
try.
be talking about y'all a little bit.
Oh, okay. He said we frying y'all light saute, if you will. A little simmer.
Just a wee bit.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Just a
For
wee
sure.
bit. But yeah, no, I guess to kick us off, I wanna ask, do you think that sacrifice and suffering is necessary for existence?
Yep. Yes, I do.
Mhm.
Because depending on what it is, look, man, you only got 24 hours in a day. You only have 24. So to achieve whatever it is the hell you want, you have to sacrifice something. And when you sacrifice that something, it's going to cause pain. So yes, sadly enough, yes, it is. Because if okay, right? So look at it this way, right? When, for example, matter of fact, because I've been watching Criminal Minds a lot, bro. Uh, Agents, right? They spend so much time hunting down criminals, unsubs as they call them, but serial killers, all that shit, and they spend hours and hours in the office, away from home, shit like that. What do they sacrifice the most? Family and marriage. Most of them get divorced because they spend so much time hunting down people that's keeping everybody else safe that their significant other feels, what's the word I'm looking for? Neglected.
Yeah. I was gonna say abandoned,
Yeah,
but same.
yeah,
Cause
they feel neglected. But when they what a lot of people fail to realize is that the same people that essentially your significant other is neglecting you for, they're putting away to keep you safe.
Hmm.
So, yes, sacrifice and pain because it hurts. The biggest pain. I'm sorry, to say this, but the biggest pain is money, because man, ain't nothing, don't nothing hurt more than hurting your pockets.
when your pockets hurt you, capital HURT, bro.
Yep,
Super.
money and bills, man. Money and bills, man. Money and bills.
Man.
So yeah, sacrifice and pain is necessary for whatever the fuck it is you want to do, man.
I'm a agree, right? But agree reluctantly.
Okay.
And I'll say this because I literally just had this conversation with somebody yesterday. Like, I don't think shit always has to be so hard. Like,
It don't. People make it.
yeah, it's usually a lot of like outside factors that be making shit tough. And it kind of force your hand. And that's why I'm saying, yes, I agree. But a lot of times, like, if you really thinking about it and formulating a plan on how you want to move and stuff and how you plan on getting to the top, if everything worked the way your plan say it should work, it'll be cool. But it'd be a lot of outside factors. So that's why I'm saying, yes, I agree with you. Like, it do take a little bit of suffering, and that's what make the suffering so difficult. And this ain't even like a topic about suffering in general, but like maybe it's the thought of a vision of what you got to be at the top, and it don't go the way you want it to. That's the suffer to me. You still on this plan, you still formulated a plan to get to the top, and you still probably gonna get there, but it's getting around that suffering. So I guess I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying like I'm with that. I agree that it
Yeah.
does take it. You need to suffer a little bit, even if it's to shift your perspective a little bit on some like I was doing it this way, but this ain't the only way to do it. I gotta shift, you know. And that's suffering because you like, fuck, my plan was supposed to work.
Yeah. I
And I've
mean,
been there.
you can always do it the balanced way, but no one ever takes the balance way.
Mm,
No one ever takes the balance way
mm.
because it takes longer.
And
What's the
that go
balance work?
You can still make time for people. You can still do whatever it is that you got to do, and still do everything, but you're spending less time doing what it is that you need to do. So if I want to kick with y'all, stream, do music, and hang out with family, that means I'm only writing one song a week when I could probably be writing 3 songs a week, or I could be streaming 8 plus hours instead of 3 plus hours. Shit like that. It's just you
no.
chop shit up.
I You wanna go first, man?
No, I'm letting y'all cook. I'm taking notes. You know how I do.
I would like to second that by saying I believe that at this moment in time right now, I'm doing that.
The balance way, yeah.
Yeah, I'm playing this crazy balancing act. I'ma still get there,
It's just
but
gonna
it's
take longer.
definitely taking a minute.
Yeah.
And again, that could add to the frustration, the feeling that you know failed. It's a sacrifice. You got to sacrifice half of this time to be able to do everything.
Yep.
So yeah, we on the same page here.
Yeah.
That's cool for sure. That shit hard, but hey, niggas gonna get there. I shouldn't have said that. Us fellows are gonna get there.
Brethren. The
Yeah,
brethren is gonna make
brethren.
Yeah.
all those folks who are choosing greatness. We're gonna make it.
Hmm. For
For
sure.
sure. For sure. This actually came about for me because I've been asking this. A lot of the stuff that I bring to the pod is stuff that I'm speaking on in my day to day living. And I was asking people this, and quite a few people don't think that suffering is necessary. And I'm like, I know it's the terminology. It's kind of like, it's a whole nother topic that we could have in the future. But people having a problem with submitting or submission, it's the verbiage, right? And I'm like, you sacrifice everything. Like, like you both have already said, if you're spending X amount of time at a job that you don't want to do, you're suffering. You're sacrificing your time for currency, which if you pause for 15 minutes to an hour to try to comprehend your worth, I promise you're worth way more than whatever you're making right now.
Yep.
You know?
Hmm.
So that's how I wanted to spin this into becoming number one. Um, I do think that it takes a great, first of all, a made up mind. Uh, for sure, the willpower to start, and then a plan. I know that sounds out of order, but I just think starting is usually the hardest part. Like once you get going and you realize, yeah, yeah, I'm fucking with this. It's
Yep.
like, yeah, then make a
Hmm.
plan to uh shoot to the top, I guess. Because it's like everything you need to know, the blueprint is there for you to kind of slingshot, even in contention to be spoken on, you know? Uh, not trying to be funny, but like the songs of the first thing that comes to mind is Nelly. I'm sorry. It's the I am number one. I'm sure in that era he
Yeah.
was like he was hitting the charts at number one. But now, if he goes and has a concert, I'm not paying money to go see that.
What does it
I don't know
take?
how many people.
Go ahead.
Exactly, no, but facts though, right? Like
Yeah.
it, it's the whole, it's the chase, and that's why I think it is about balance and imbalances because to be number one is a great imbalance. It's an individual or individuals if it's a group of people saying I am vowing to make this sacrifice to be here. This matters more than anything else. Like the blessings and the things that come with it, the money, the notoriety. I don't care about that. I'm here for this. And
Mm-hmm.
that's sacrifice. That's even saying, because I think I'm gonna use Conor McGregor as an example right now. I don't know this dude, so I can't really speak.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like he reached a level of status to where the suffering of fighting didn't make as much sense. He says he still loves it, and I'm sure there's a level of love that is still there for the sport. But
Mm-hmm.
like, he's not willing to sacrifice what it takes, the hours to put in to then fight anybody who's also making this same sacrifice to prove that no one's fucking with them.
Right.
He's like, I'm making money now. He's like, what's bringing me comfort? I'm gonna enjoy that. And that type of thing is a level of I'm sure he won't say it like this, but it's a level of what's the word I wrote down? Complacency. Like, or maybe your goals shift and it's not complacency. And it seems complacent to the people who were your fans for who knew you, the old you. I know Conor McGregor, the fighter. I don't know Conor McGregor, the businessman who's selling Proper 12, who's shooting movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's over
Mm-hmm.
here now. I'm not following that. So maybe he's trying to be number one in these other topics.
Right.
And I don't know the ground he's gaining. But like all I know is in terms of the fight realm, he looked at it and said, I ain't got nothing else to prove.
Right.
So will no longer be number one in the fight realm.
Mm.
So to bring this full circle and to keep the conversation going, it's like, how do you not even how? Because I think people glorify the how on how to become number one. Like even for the three of us, I think we all know it would take more time to doctor up the podcast, probably ditch Discord, figure out a time frame for us to come in person, have better quality videos, come together. Like
Yeah.
we could do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure it's gonna happen in time, but there's a lot of life happening right now. But that's
Right.
what I'm saying. That level of sacrifice, that level of um suffering. Because it is suffering.
Mm-hmm.
It's putting something off now. That means whoever, whatever is getting your time now, you'd have to put it to the side. And
Mm-hmm.
it would be the imbalance, the active choice of being not balanced to achieve number one in this space, or whatever that means. That means fine tuning things. Are we doing it wrong? It's still early. We can still change things up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not like we've cracked 1,000 subscribers yet. We can still change a lot up. It's still the freedom of being new to fail until we
Right.
reach success. That was a whole nother bullet point, but I'm gonna shut up though. I'm gonna let y'all go. I love this topic in general. I can rant on this shit.
I was gonna add and just say that it might look wild from your perspective, but
Yes,
even the person in the number one spot, what you doing probably look wild to him or them,
facts.
whoever it is. You know what I mean? Like both sides would
Yeah,
have
man.
to suffer. It's not like, all right, I'm gonna sacrifice this, and then once I get there, I'll have everything. Like, no, you're just gonna have to sacrifice it. Ain't some anything at any given point. You feel me? Like right now, we were just talking about the balancing act, right? You balance everything. You balance your home life, work life, fun life, family. You feel me? Anything like that. But the person up there ain't got none of that. They probably looking down like, damn, I wish I had that. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm number
Right.
one, so I can't have that. You get me? So same thing for us. Like, damn, he number one, but we're not thinking about, okay, he ain't got no family. He ain't doing this. He ain't doing that. He ain't doing this. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
guess I wanted to like not shift the conversation, but just add that it's a lot of perspective that go into that as well. Like you can you're gonna have to. Like I don't know how else to say it. Like you're gonna have to drop something. Like there's no one. Even you see these glorified lives on whatever your platform of choice is, and you think like this person don't have a worry in the world. Like he's sacrificing something too. I promise they are. So it's just getting a plan, formulating a plan, getting there, and I mean eventually, I I won't even say that because I don't think you'll ever have it all. You'll always be sacrificing something for whatever life you want to live. And that's coming from the person that thinks it doesn't have to be that hard. But I've learned the hard way that it kind of do.
Yeah,
It kind of do. So,
yeah.
yeah, that's all I wanted to add.
Oh shit. I don't know. Go.
I got plenty.
Yeah, go.
Yeah,
Go
if that's
ahead.
the case, because my thing is like you said, as humans, bro, there's no downtime. So for the person who I was talking to who said they don't think that life equals suffering, I let them know, to me, suffering and sacrifice is damn near synonymous. I don't see it as separate things. So it's like for the person who's choosing happiness every day, you're sacrificing. So like if you choose to play the game every day, if you choose to smoke every day, if you choose to drink every day, you're chasing active happiness now, temporary things. You're like, all right, this makes me happy. This brings me a momentary peace. But what you're sacrificing is eventually, because you're human,
Yeah.
unfortunately, as humans, nothing is gonna suffice forever. You're gonna reach a point where you're like, yo, what? I don't even fuck with this no more.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna look like and you're gonna look at your life. That's the scary part. You're gonna look at your life and be like, bro, where the fuck did time go? You're gonna start conceptualizing things and wondering what happened. That's what you were sacrificing. Your time. You were sacrificing your freedom. And that's a whole other thing. Because we're talking about sacrifice and suffering, but becoming number one in something is the act of realization of what's happening in life. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I made sure to write a bullet point on that. Because becoming number one is a human thing to me. I don't think people understand it. Either you pick up the mantle of competition and say, I, as a person, am going to be great at something,
Mm-hmm.
or you're unconsciously, yeah, unconsciously becoming just a background person. You're not trying to be exceptional. You're just here. You're not chasing your freedom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing that people in sports or anybody who's competed in anything understands is that there is a mantle to be worn of what it takes to even be in contention of being the best, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is, like if you become a champion in something, I don't care what it is. For me, it might be like Naga, right? Chicago Jiu-Jitsu tournaments. I know what it takes now. Once I achieve being the greatest, anything beneath this I cannot do. This is now my standard. Anything that took for me to become this, I it has to be my average now. I have to go harder than that.
Right.
It's my responsibility to keep this up. It's my responsibility to figure out what it is to go harder than that. And the same for people who want freedom. It might be financial freedom, right? Because that's something I think most humans don't think about. Number one looks different if it's just for you. No one has to see it, your financial freedom. How do you lock in with your money? Because a lot of the time, like getting better money or getting better at handling your money doesn't even start with making more. It starts with sacrificing more. How do you live with less? Like, why are you constantly spending money on shit you know you don't need?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, like them damn subscriptions.
Yeah.
Hey,
like them
hey.
goddamn subscription.
I ain't
For
gonna lie.
y'all
That sounded
watching,
like we was
bro.
finna go into an ad.
Look, I'm practicing for the future, G. We gonna be number one. Look, I'm sacrificing. What the fuck?
I want to say, man, I think it's. I want to add into when when we talk about being number one, talking about competitive shit, I also think it's a mindset too, and like I may be like going left with this, but I was just thinking, like you also have to learn how to get into the head of your competitors and learn their weaknesses, right? And like, for example, right, if me and Phan fight each other in Tekken, right, I don't know if Phan gonna agree, but he knows that if I touch him, I'm gonna juggle him. I know if I let Phan touch me, I'm not finna breathe. So it's like we know each other's strengths and weaknesses. So we have to play to those, strengths and weaknesses. Yeah, that's all I have. But yeah.
No, that's great.
A great
Before I
example.
ramble, do you have anything, Marty?
No. Oh.
No.
I do. I do.
Yeah. No.
Y'all cooking.
Go ahead.
No, that's perfect because I was just gonna say it's a level of obsession though. Like it don't matter what it is. Like I keep using finance only because I feel like it's a very human thing.
Yeah.
I don't understand money. I'm having an issue in my mind right now. Damn near existential crisis with it because it's a resource, bro. In my spiritual mind, I understand that this piece of paper or digital currency is nothing but my worth to the world bothers me.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to like really understand it, right? Like I know my worth, and now it's about separating money over here to where am I going? What is it that I want to do? I saw a mini clip with I think it was what's what's the pop locking man from Old Spice? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know who you're
Who
talking
got
about. I can't think of his
touchdown?
name.
Terry Crews. Terry
Yeah,
Crews.
yeah,
Terry
yeah.
Crews.
Oh, okay, okay.
Terry Crews. So Terry Crews was on the Shay Shay podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about the difference between athletes and doctors. And he was saying how somebody was frustrated because athletes get paid more. And he was like, well, as a doctor, how many patients do you have? About 30, 40? He's like, you're getting paid 30, 40 people money. It's like athletes. He's like, how many people are tuning in to watch LeBron play? That's why he's getting millions upon millions of dollars because he's getting millions upon millions of eyes, right? So same energy. It's like, bro, I'm just trying to figure out because this is a great like our podcast, this YouTube deal to get us out, have eyes on us, on views that we have and wish to put out into the world. Like I do think more people need to understand that you're actively playing the game of life, whether you know it or not. That's why like this type of podcast, I'm for sure 100% about,
Yeah.
you know, but yeah, man, becoming number one. You like Courtney said, you have to have the desire to watch film. What are your competitors doing? Do you realize that these are your competitors? You know, and it can only be for you. You don't have to say it out loud. They don't have to know. Because competitor doesn't equal enemy. You know, it doesn't. Because you can sit real close to your competitors and watch what they do and pick up tools and become better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know,
This is like in the art field, just picking up
Right.
somebody's style or watching a tutorial. Like you ain't got to do it like them, but you watching that film, like you said, you're actively working to be better. And I feel like honestly, that's if that ain't first step, that's second step. Okay, I'm here. How do I get better than what I'm doing right now? It don't matter
Facts.
if it's a little baby step or a huge leap. You feel me? This is like I don't know. But I was gonna add that it's kind of like as much as I hate it, like think about sales tactics and stuff. You get me? It's the same thing. You to get to number one, you need everybody on your team. How you finna sell yourself? And I ain't even trying to get into like the whole like to be better, you need to sell yourself. Not like that, but I'm saying like, okay, you want eyes, you want everyone to think like, okay, he's doing it the best he can possibly do. How are you selling that? How are you convincing people
Yeah.
that you're the best? That's either being the best or pretending like a motherfucker to be the best.
Facts.
Either way it go, you finna sacrifice. You finna work to do that. So I just, yeah, I ain't even got nothing else to say. That's
I got
like a
I
just a
got 2 points.
piggyback on that. Go ahead.
So maybe anybody listening, they can correct me on this, but I feel like doctor money and athlete money is two different things, which we already said that. But what I mean
Hmm.
is, I feel like doctor money is more consistent than athlete money, which is why they get paid that much. Because you can go into work 30 fucking years, 40 years. You can even have a fucking illness, but since you're a doctor, you have a medicine to help you with said illness to keep you working. Athlete,
Hmm.
sadly enough, look at my boy D Rose, bro. One mess up, one mess up, fucked up his whole shit.
Hmm.
His whole shit, bro. So that's another reason why they get paid that much. Um, Another thing I was going to point to too, like as much as people hate to say it, right? In music, Drake is number one. Drake is number one because he hops on all the new shit
Hmm.
all the time. He's always out there, over and over and over. That is why he's number one.
Yep.
Now, of course, there's subcategories and everything, right? He's not the number one in lyrics. He's not. In my opinion, I will have to give that toss up to either Kendrick or Cole. I Between those two, I don't know who the fuck is touching them. Like those
Hmm.
two are like two titans neck and neck. Hell, one day Cole might be up, next day Kendrick might be up. It those two is just a toss up. Like because those two go
Because
back
the
and
what?
like bro, those two go back and forth literally. In terms of like lyrics and competitiveness, bro, those two go back and forth. Cole could drop 3 verses that's hot as hell, and he'll drop something. I'd be like, what the fuck is this? Kendrick can do the same thing, bro. And it's just like that's why I said bro. It's different days with them, but in overall, Drake is number one. So yeah, there's like
Hmm.
shit like that, in terms of music shit, whatnot.
And look what he's sacrificing. Everybody walking around A minor. You feel me? Everybody cooking that man right now.
I mean,
He get.
look at what Dada's sacrificed. This man drop an album once every so many fucking years because he's obsessed with perfection. That's what people fail to
Mhm.
realize about Dada. He's obsessed with perfection, which is why he only drops one album every so many years.
He's sacrificing a lot of bread to be able to have the most perfect thing, to be able
Yeah.
to be called number one.
Yep.
Right. And it's just full circle. All that shit. Yeah,
I
man.
wanna, I wanna, I wanna add to the just on the rap topic of everything I was saying in terms of balance or choice on what you as an individual perceive as important, right? Because like being number one, I think is important. It's what you think is the thing that you need in your life. So like the thing that's scary to me about a Kendrick, and I don't think I ever really get the chance to speak on this. It's the fact that he's choosing life over his rap career.
Yep.
I don't think enough people give homage to that. I just don't. Because old Kendrick, he's he has the gun bars. He's over here with the people who are actively doing this stuff, and he's trying to move away from it. Like he's still here for his people. Don't get it twisted, but it's just like he wants peace.
Hmm.
Because he could be on every rapper's song and hitting you with the craziest and filthiest of gun bars or gang related verses, but that's not what he wants. So he's
Right.
not doing that. So all his focus is on his album that are conscious, that are a reflection of his mind on where he's at. So he takes his time because he cares about that. So like numbers wise, Drake is winning because he's playing the game of music. He is on every
Mm-hmm.
song.
Hmm.
You know, he is sitting with the people who make better beats. You know, he has rotated, and these are sacrifices really. He has constantly rotated his circle. His circle has not been the same.
Yep.
His same homies are not still sitting with him. I'm sure they're still his homies, but they're not actively with him all the time.
Right.
You know, like stuff like that. And even the D Rose, I'm gonna be harsh on them from what little we know, but a lot of NBA players, bro, they make it to the NBA, and respectfully, they do not chase the Kobe's. They don't chase the
John
MJs.
Morant.
They don't even chase the LeBrons, bro. They diets be shit, bro. They be over here eating nerds, flaming hots, going to sleep at like 1 in the morning, got practice at 5, bro. Like,
Hmm.
nah.
I just seen an interview. A guy was talking about all the crap that he be eating in the NFL. He
Mm-hmm.
go home, eat a bunch of Pop Tarts, get up, and go to practice. He just out there making bread.
Bro, they are funding you to give a shit. They're like, you made it this far and you give a shit. I want to see what you do when you have the money to eat healthy, sleep as you need, get the ice healing thing for your legs and your body so you can be
Hmm.
optimal. And they be blowing it on cars, drinks, houses. They get their family on first before they're
Hmm.
solidified in their respective fields, whatever it is we're talking about. It's like,
John Morant, bro.
and this is why you got those motivational speeches where they're
He
like, I
said it.
promise. They say, I promise it's not that hard to become number one because everybody nowadays is really soft. Like, if you think there's something that you really want to do, you know what you need to do to be number one, and you could be number one. Because we're talking about dudes who are in the league right now, and that was NFL and NBA. You
Hmm.
know, you might not be 5'11 plus height wise, right? But you can make an impact. Like in my now later years of life, I'm following coaches because the coaches are incredible to me, and no one talks about how they get paid. Be another Phil Jackson, who led not only Mike
Mm-hmm.
Jordan but Kobe Bryant to all the championships. Like,
Hmm.
just your mind, you know?
Right.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I wrote hella shit, but y'all can take it from me before I keep rambling because I promise I'm adamant about this.
He said I'm cooking.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I had none. I just
All
kept saying
right.
John Morant. Cause, bro, like he got the talent, bro, and he fucking it up. Well, I don't know if he's still fucking it up, but
That
he had
nigga
he
hooping now.
he had that moment, bro. I was just like, bro, John, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Yep. And he had his suspension, and he's back, and he's better.
Like, bro, I'm glad to hear that, bro, cause he wanted to be a young
Mhm.
nigga so bad, bro. Why are you trying to be a young nigga, bro? You in the league right now. Come on, man.
You in the league.
Ain't no way, bro. I'm getting my mama a house and still acting a fool.
Still want to be a young nigga, bro. Nigga, come on, man.
Mhm.
I don't think people realize how close they be to greatness either, though.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
That's I'm gonna come back and watch this one for me too. But like, what's that? It's a thing where it's like I think it's like 3 degrees of separation. I might have spoke on this in the pod before,
Hmm.
but it's like you're only 3 people away from knowing everybody in the world.
Oh, I think you have touched on this before.
Yeah,
I had that. I
but
had
even
that.
that,
I had that moment. Yo, my bad. Go ahead.
no, go crazy. Go ahead.
No, no. I was gonna say like, I guess that moment that you're talking about, I've had that moment because like in one night, right at South by, I said what's up to Wale. I end up I just met. I mean, not just met. I just missed Ti. Like he literally left 5 minutes before I entered the club,
Dang.
and then I want to say later on that week, I was sitting, I was chilling in the artist section with Annoyed, chopping it up
Yeah,
like normal niggas, bro. We just sitting there chilling,
yeah.
like you know. So yeah,
Annoyed is fire. If y'all don't know, y'all need to check out his music. Shameless plug.
like
Hmm.
bro. So yeah, that whole
That man.
you only 3 people away from yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. Because I mean, I don't usually. Yeah, do I speak on this? I don't speak on this often, and I'm still not gonna use no names. But I do tend to I think I spoke to you guys about this off the pod, but like being stubborn in reverse, because usually when someone perceives stubbornness, it's them being ignorant in like an annoying way,
Hmm.
right? Like I'm gonna just speak on me because I feel like mine is opposite. Like if y'all are giving me praise and the thing, I'm still not receiving it. Stubborn. It's like nah. It's like I'm still not seeing that. So point to that is I know people now like know them who are charting in the Chicagoland area in the rap scene, both rap and R&B, asking, "Are you done sitting on your ass? Essentially, are you writing now?" I'm not, and that kind of goes to what do you as an individual perceive as important?
Hmm.
What are you trying to be number one at? You know,
Hmm.
uh, as well as in fighting. Like I'm thinking, and I knew this before. Like this was fresh out of high school. I'm rolling around with guys who are actively in the UFC. And then it got confirmed again because now the guy who was beside me in the gym that I was visiting, I can't even say it's my home gym because I wasn't there enough to have that luxury. But he's the welterweight champ now in the UFC.
Oh wow.
And I was with him. And I did not feel that far behind. I didn't even feel behind. I just felt like I needed more to get rid of my own imposter syndrome. You know, like I know I'm not putting the work in. Like this guy is here every day, but he's also not better in my mind. And that's all that matters, whatever you think,
Right.
you know? That's really the point of this whole pod is what is keeping you in your mind and in reality from you making your thoughts a reality, you know?
Yeah. And I wanna second that while it's fresh on my mind and say same with some people in the art field. I know people that literally know people that have made it. Now you work for these companies that everybody in my field wants to work for, but I still think I'm better. And that's just because he don't have to balance the way I do. And I'm not mad about that. Like that's just how it works out. You feel me? He don't have to worry about the crib. He don't have to worry about his family. You feel me? He's from somewhere else. Like he got his own worries. But like that's what was important to him at the time, and keeping this balanced was what's important to me right now. So I wanted to just hone that in and add to that. So yeah, for sure.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I didn't write this down. I wish I did. It was something about I've heard this somewhere else. It's not mine, but and I might have said it before. But as humans, we become closer to God or God-like when we're able to make our thoughts a reality fast. When there's no space in between you thinking something and it happening.
Hmm.
You removing that distance from the two things is what makes you more God-like. So when we have thoughts and it's like, all right, I need to do this. Why haven't you done it?
Right.
Why are you not actively doing it? You
Yeah.
know, because you can have a dream and that becomes the goal, but now here's the plan, and why are you not executing to get to the thing? You know,
Yeah.
and there will always be reasons slash excuses. I had to do this for this person that day. I had to go to work that day. Like, and again, you're not looking at the blueprint when everybody who has millions is. And again, I have to reel it back in the money. Everybody who got millions not using their own shit. They not. Either they taking out loans and putting that stuff into stock markets to make the money make money for them to
Hmm.
fund the dream. Like you don't have to keep working this 9 to 5. You don't have to keep doing this thing. You're just not trying hard enough to make a name for yourself, to advocate for yourself in the spaces that matter. And the whole that's becoming number one. You feel me? Because those who have become number one and then quote unquote fell off just made the decision. They don't care no more. It's not the space I wish to uphold.
Yeah.
I'm over it. I've been there. I did that as a human being. Because like I said earlier, You're a human. Eventually, you're gonna get tired of it. Whether that be your mind withering or your body withering, something gonna make you second guess and be like,
Mm.
"I've been here long enough. I'll let somebody else have the match."
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I had that moment a couple days ago, cause when I was editing the videos and shit, right? I was just trying to think like, man, how can I get better at this shit and just learn better shit? And like the excuse I was making was, I work nights and I'll be tired.
Mm-hmm.
And I had things in myself like, nigga, you used to run off for 3 hours of sleep going to school every day for 4 years.
Yeah.
Working nights ain't no excuse, my nigga. It's not. I'm always tired. Like that's just in my fucking DNA at this point. So me being tired is not an excuse because I'm always tired. So
Got that caffeine, yeah, man.
like, man,
I use that excuse a lot. I'm guilty as fuck.
sure.
I'll be tired. Man.
Bro. Like, yeah, I just think it's a perspective thing at the end of the day, bro. Like, I don't think enough people realize, like, when you're, man, there's so much I actually want to say on this. On a day-to-day thing, I don't think people understand how much the payoff actually is if you keep investing in it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Something I want to get off here, I had to say it to my homie. Like, because he cold at something. I ain't going to put him out there like that, but he cold at it. He's like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to do it no more. Like, why?
Like,
And I had to ask because I give credit where credit's due because I don't think enough people understand how close they are to a thing. Because people be hating a lot. And I try actively to not be a hating ass nigga. Like, I do. Well, I had to ask why. He's like, the same as what Courtney's saying. He's like, I'm tired. Not only that, but he's like, I don't know if this is for me. And respectfully, the way I approached it when I was talking to him was, I use myself as an example. And I am not saying I've achieved things great by human merit. But what I have experienced is when you start becoming cold at a thing, is when you don't want to do it no more. Like, that's what comes with time.
Yeah.
You got rid of the magic. Like, you was wondering how somebody was able to hit whatever. If it's basketball, three-pointers consistently, how are they able to go up and play this many games consecutively and not lose whatever, right? For me, fighting certain types of pivots, shit, video games, how you hitting so many headshots consistently. Once you get rid of the magic of it, yeah, it's going to be annoying. You ain't going to want to do it no more, whatever it is. But congratulations. That's the first level of knowing that you are in the upper echelon of greatness when you can do it. Now you're in the uncomfy spot where you got to keep going. And the only way you're really going to keep going is this whole pie, which is now you have to aim for a reason to keep getting up and doing it.
mm-hmm.
And for the dude that I was talking about, on a whim, he on a whim entered a competition and got two. He got first place twice and second place once. And it was consecutive. It was all on the same day. My man's wasn't eating properly. My man's never did this before, had no experience. And I'm looking at him now and he's ridiculous. And I'm like, why? So that's my thing. But it's a lot of people that do that though, that live like that though. Like, you can literally break through and you reach that point where, like, if this is the wall, you're here and you can enter, and all of a sudden you just said, I like food, and just turn around and leave it. Like, you was that close. And I'm gonna bring it full circle now because I remember what I was saying off of what Courtney had said. It's your life changes, bro. You over here doing this off 3 hours of sleep until the reason why you couldn't sleep is gone. Now it's only this. And you getting paid way more.
Yeah.
Way more. Floodgates open. this shit effortless now. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, he's spitting.
yeah. I had two moments like that. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. I already know y'all niggas gonna be pissed. But yeah, no. I've had two moments like that, bro. Like I said, fucking beating Wale, Ti, annoyed. I met so many fucking artists and shit. It's just like it was like going to a dinner, right? You like, man, this shit tastes good. And then it's just like you had a taste, but then it's like that how can I put this? That normalcy kick in and it's just like, oh yeah, I finally did it. What's next?
Hmm.
It's like how can matter of fact, no, I know the best way. It's like being addicted to a drug and now you gotta find something stronger. Because it's like, yeah, I finally did it. Alright, so what's next? Right? So I had that. And then, granted, I did the streaming shit, and I did I had like 200 some viewers because I got rated by Dirty and shit. And I was like, yeah,
mhm,
I did. I got noticed by somebody from FaZe Clan. What's next?
Right.
And then God sitting up there like, what the hell is wrong with you, man?
This is it. This is it.
oh,
So yeah, bro. No, I get it. I get it. 100%.
oh,
Yeah, everybody got their little. I ain't even gonna say little. Everybody got their turning point, and you can either choose to kick the wall down, as Phan was saying, or turn around and find something else to do. And I'm not even gonna discredit that. Like that's not an option. You can't.
Yeah.
Like that's perfectly valid to do. Like maybe your goal is to be jack of all trades, or to have your foot in everything, experience as much stuff as you want without. You get me? Like, cause honestly, if you decide to lock in on something, you sacrificing everything else. You
Mm-hmm.
get what I mean? So I think it's both sides of the coin are valid. You know what I mean? So I, I ain't even gonna say I disagree or agree. It's just perspective. Like what Fan said, it's a perspective thing, and it just depends on how you want to move.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can. I think you can be a player two ass nigga and keep it and be cool.
Yeah.
for sure,
You
It's
know what I
one.
mean?
for
Like
sure.
I
Mm-hmm.
feel like a lot of times people, and this ain't no shade, but like at least in my family, like some of the older people are like, yeah, I had some dreams, but whatever. I got this nice job, and I bought a house. I'm chilling. I got kids. I'm just doing my thing, and they're happy with that.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just don't know if I'd be happy with that. So I gotta keep pushing and doing what I do. But perspective, they got a different look on life. They grew up differently. They're in a different time period. Like they influence a lot of stuff that we go through now. So it's just it's a lot of differences and a lot of factors that play into how you want to move and how a person goes about moving. So
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I feel that because like I'm at a point now in my life where I'm hungry all over again, and I want all of that shit back. Like, and I already know, right now it's just a hunger for it, but it's definitely gonna become one of those insatiable hungers.
Hmm.
And I'm not gonna, I'm with it this time. Like, for real, cause like, truthfully, after my grandma, it's just like, I gotta do it now, bro. I got to. So yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, 100% perspective thing. I wanted to speak on those who are chasing families. That shit's different. It's not,
Mm-hmm.
but it is.
Hmm.
There's no one to. What makes this different and more difficult, in my opinion, there's nothing to go off of. This is your family. This is your life. This is your partner. And the ins and outs of this now are trying everything. I like that. That's the hardest part. That is tucking, and this is the thing that's equivalent on both sides, whether it be you being a competitive. Yeah, I'm gonna try to surmise all of this because to me, as Fanuel Segorian, it is difficult to not be competitive even within my relationship. I am trying to keep my partner. My partner might not even think like that, but I know you don't have to be with me. This is
Mm-hmm.
actively a choice that we're both making to stay together. There's nothing actually keeping us together, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think people really think of it like that. Does it need to be like that? No. Is it always in my mind? No. But I am considering my partner. I am trying to be selfless with my partner. Same as when I am competing, I am considering what my coach is saying. It's not about what I'm thinking right now. I'm being selfless. What was I taught?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't see differences in this. I mean, I'm in this to win it. You feel me? So, like for the family oriented thing, what is you and your partner's vision of winning?
Mm-hmm.
And if y'all don't have one, then that's the complacency. Y'all just doing shit, you know? And like sometimes that's not a problem until it's a problem. You can be complacent and be in an apartment, but now y'all got a kid, it's an issue. Now
Yeah.
we have to upscale, and we weren't prepared to upscale. This wasn't a plan, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's why like this being becoming number one, even in the family division, is important. Like our grandparents had it in the sense of they were fully, at least on this side, speaking for me, they had that shit. And then when I say they had that shit, it was tradition. You have something down packed so bad that it reached me. You feel me? That's your kids, and then your kids' kids knew about it.
Mm-hmm.
You had something on lock for that long. That's consistency on a different level. You know, the people
Mm-hmm.
over here in this day and age trying to worry about your memory or a legacy on being remembered through people virtually, and you're not considered about or concerned about the people in your reality, real life, who you come in contact with, remembering you beyond this generation. You know,
Yeah.
Yikes.
like you doing shit and you think it's relevant because it's relevant to you, and that's fine and dandy, and that's cool. But these are the trade-offs. Like if you make it, the payoff is the world will know you for a moment. But if you're chasing family and you're chasing the immediate, you'll be remembered for several lifetimes. Your partner's lifetime, your children's lifetime, and their children's children, should they decide to have them, lifetime.
Right.
Guaranteed. Like, yeah, man. That's why I'm like, I can ramble about this shit. I
Mm-hmm.
can. Because I just, this falls under the lines of not only belief but like hope as well. I can't relate to the dude who wakes up and dreads the day.
Mm.
You found another
For that.
opportunity to get it, you know?
Yeah.
And this kind of doubles back to the pod when we was talking about high functioning and when we were at work and shit. And no, it's not about the job. And this happened literally the other day because I had put vacation time in and I was supposed to be gone, but the building was in flames. I ain't gonna lie, it was terrible. It was, and Buddy was like, and I think I stayed like an extra 20, maybe even 30 minutes. I shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
And Buddy was like, man, go home. You like, fuck this place. I'm like, yeah, you're right, bro. It's fuck the job, but like, I really fuck with the people. So I'm still gonna get my time off. Still got the rest of the day.
Right.
What the hell is 30 minutes? And
That's fair.
the weird thing is that like on both instances, whether it be family or something that you're just striving towards, I don't know if people ever really cash in on the resource of people. Like we chase after the resource of money, but I'm not asking y'all for shit. I got so many people that will do for me I don't ask them for shit. I ain't never seen like when people do have an ask, it's still for money. And I'm gonna go back to the Conor McGregor thing. He chased a belt. So he got multiple. And then the ask that he had for people was try my drink. That's the ask. Give proper 12 a try.
Mm.
It wasn't help me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone cash in on that. And as a matter of fact, unironically, I think the only thing that I can recall right now where a person or people made an ask of the people are what do you call them? I guess it would be like activists, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a Dr. King or a Malcolm X, where he asked the people to do this, right? Whatever this may be. Is to keep an open mind, be peaceful. Like people don't usually do that. You don't get a platform and then ask people to check themselves.
Yeah.
You know,
What you mean by check yourself?
Before you wreck
like
yourself.
however it is that you're living, look inward. You
Mm.
know,
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. That's a hard thing to do in itself.
Yeah.
So even if you do ask of it, how many people are gonna be able to do it?
hmm.
'Cause I feel like that's a motherfucker right there. And I don't want to like derail where you was at, but saying that made me think like that took me a long time to be able to do, and I still don't think I'm good at it. But I do
What to
think
look inward?
yeah, but I do think it's necessary to be able to make it to the top.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. That one's a little. I ain't gonna say dicey, but it adds to it. And I don't know if you were preaching it like this, but I'm preaching it to the people listening. It ain't easy. Possible. It's not easy. It's never has been. It literally never has been. And I don't know. I don't know. I guess I do know. I'm gonna leave it at that. For sure.
Show you right on.
Hmm. That shit definitely tough. Oh, I was gonna add. I was gonna add before I end my piece. I'm gonna say you also gotta be. We kind of touched on it, but you also gotta be teachable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of people like start their road, which is fully valid. You start your road like I'm finna do this shit. It's me. It's me. It's me. It's me. I'm finna make it to the top. Now you know we finna make it. I'm finna make it to the top. And then you get to a certain point where you've done all you can. You get me? You gotta be able to learn from somebody else and how they did it. And again, I'm speaking for myself, same way you were. And it's like I even have trouble learning from other people. Cause I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I meet that shit with hold up, you ain't gonna tell me what the fuck to do. But then it's like, hold up, all right, let me reel it back. Maybe this shit is helpful. So being teachable helps as well. I think
Yeah.
to sum that up, whatever it takes. And that sound crazy and it sound cliche, sound like a Nike commercial or some shit, but like excuse me, but whatever it takes, you gotta be there and ready for that punch. If it's like, all right, I need to get the number one, but I'm gonna lose my Jordan collection, I'm gonna be like, damn, whatever it takes. Or now I gotta sit through another semester of school, just spitballing, but like, damn, what it takes. I gotta learn a little bit more. I gotta watch a couple more YouTube videos. I gotta,
Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah. It's a constant game. It ain't never gonna be over. And I know I keep coming back to that. And I think that's just because I'm actively in it. I think about it all the time. This shit ain't never gonna be over. The moment you think it's over, you're gonna be like, fuck, I got some more to do. There's been plenty of times where I'm like, I'm going crazy. And then the next day I'll see somebody who are better, like, fuck. Let me see what they doing. Or like how they get here, or something
Yeah.
like that. And that's good motivation too. Yeah.
You be,
I'll be hitting y'all with like bullet points. My bad. Go
no,
ahead.
no, no. I was just gonna say, yeah, no. The teachable thing is definitely something a lot of motherfuckers gotta do, and motherfuckers gotta see it as suggestions and not
Mm.
people trying to tell you what to do. Like the perfect example is you and Phan, right? How
Mm-hmm.
how we all just be throwing ideas. Me and Phan not telling you how to write your story, but we
Right.
giving you good points because we see the greatness in it, and we don't want you to fall into a hole like Kishimoto, where you write this great fucking story, and then your ending is, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
we want your shit to be great from beginning to end, so that way when you
Mm-hmm.
come with a part two gonna hit harder than part one.
Right.
facts. Or you make it a movie or a TV show, the rendition or the incorporation of it becoming that, we already know it's gonna be fire
Yep,
because the story was concrete from jump.
yep,
You
Mm-hmm.
know?
All because I
Yeah,
decided to listen instead of going, this my shit. Y'all just listen up. You feel
yep,
me? I'm open to some suggestion. That's the perfect word for it, actually.
yeah,
It might not even be teaching because it's just, you can choose to do this or not. So,
yeah. Because
mhm.
it's always better to have multiple eyes because everybody sees shit different. That's like that's like me coming to Fan with a verse. He be like, "Well, how about you say it this way?" Damn, I ain't think about that.
Mhm.
Or he be like, "Well, why don't you just use this word instead of this word?" Oh damn, I forgot that word even exists.
Right.
Like you know,
Perspective too.
right? Yeah,
Same shit. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
It's full circle. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, man.
yeah. I don't even know if I can get all this shit off accurately, but I think what I wanted to say was you have to, as a human being, want help.
Yeah,
So many people don't even want it. You be so on track to whatever you think it is that you need, want, that you're missing like pivotal mentors along the way because you're gonna need them. I don't care who you are, you know, on some Star Wars shit. Like you're gonna need someone to lead you until you can go off and be your own mentor for someone else. You know.
Mhm.
Uh what else did I want to say? Yeah, I wanted to speak on the help thing for a minute, but I think being receptive was where I wanted to pivot at anyway.
mm-hmm.
Because I seen something because I've been like real into military stuff lately, and I know that there was a chart drawn for how they select Navy SEALs, and there are the people who are high functioning, meaning they can execute everything effortlessly on a Navy SEAL course level, effortlessly. But if they're not trustworthy, their percentage of being selected is still dropped. So if
Mhm.
there's like an XY axis and you're all the way up here for functioning, but down here for trust, they're probably not going to pick you. They need people who are going to be able to help the others.
Mm.
Like, how well are you going to be able to pull everyone else up too along the way? And I understand that's a team basis type of thing, but I don't think regular human beings really consider how important it is to get help. We're talking about the upper echelon of modern day warriors needing help. I don't think most people think about how many like unnamed under the radar businessmen who have teams who have been their team from jump.
Mhm.
So like,
Small
yeah,
startup
just
companies, like just anything like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that go. I said this quote in one of the other podcasts, but like, yeah, the whole if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Mm-hmm.
But it is the whole having a made up mind though together on what's about to be executed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, yeah, man.
For sure.
I feel like this whole thing was more so becoming number one than it was staying. Even though everything that was said, it needs to be maintained to stay. You know,
Right. Right.
Yeah.
if there was anything we would continue to expand on in this pod, it would be respectfully, fuck your feelings. just just that. Like what needs to be done? What's the plan? Execute the plan. Go to sleep. Are you irritated? Get some food. Did you shower yet? If you did, do it again. Shit. Go for a walk. Like drink some water.
Right.
Fuck your feelings.
Whoa, boy.
Like
Speaking of that,
drink some whoa. Even the
mhm.
whoa.
Hell
Shout out Josh, man. And
yeah.
shout out John. Shout out John because John said recently, he was like, 'cause he knows I'm big on why. And he said, yeah, I think most people don't find their why until they're actually doing the thing. Like you're doing the thing and then you discover, oh shit, here's my why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I do think that's accurate for a lot of people. Like, and we've said this in previous podcasts before, but like go out and do something, man. It was our talent episode. That's what it
Mm-hmm.
was. Go check that out. We were saying you're gonna miss out on what you talented at because you ain't even trying to do shit.
Yeah. Stop it. Get some help. Nah, I'm
Stop.
just but
Right.
yeah, man, get up, do something. I fuck with that
Get
heavy,
up, get out,
actually.
do something,
Oh man. You
Dude,
letting life pass you by?
hell, man.
bro.
Sitting on the couch.
Yeah,
Ah.
that dude was an influence on us all.
And he was number one in that era.
Bro, I was what 13, sitting on the couch, like, yo, what am I doing?
He right. I am on the couch.
How you gonna play that during the
Oh,
marathon of Phineas and Ferb? This is
Bro.
crazy. I'm trying to watch these niggas have fun on vacation. And you talking about how my life ain't shit. He was right though. I wasn't doing shit.
right.
Bro, I'm
Hell
telling you,
yeah.
man. Imagine, bro. Imagine that commercial coming on after you done just got out of school, did your homework, and you done got high with your friends.
What you doing with your life?
Like, bro, I just spent 2 hours doing math, bro. What more do you want from me?
Just tutored
What
some
more
kids,
do you
bro.
want?
Right.
God damn, I just got done studying for this goddamn chem test, bro. What do you want? Why are you
But
on my TV?
he was preparing a whole generation to be the best, bro.
Oh me.
Little Romeo, ICDC, bro. He was telling you to get up and get out there, bro. She laughing in her back. No, he was though. He was. That record went platinum, boy. ICDC. I went to college, didn't I?
That
Dang, bro.
Thanks, Lil Romeo, if you're watching this, bro.
boy.
Yeah,
Salute.
for sure.
Y'all got anything else?
Nah.
Nah, I'm gonna stop.
All right.
Shut up.
Man, definitely got some more. He like, I'm gonna chill.
Yeah.
Nah,
All right. Well,
save it.
it's been another episode of Everyday Epiphanies podcast where we sit up here, yep, about a variety of miscellaneous topics with Marty, Midas, and Phan. We gonna holla at y'all, man. Peace. Be great. Yes, sir.
OMM, boy.